Greetings and welcome to TFT Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And this is me, Oberon, with Goth Tarot, my weekly look into the shadow issues of our lives. What is bugging us? What is eating away with us? What scares us? What deludes us? We usually do a course of single subject with some supplements along the way. So our main topic for this month of January has been betrayal, the idea that we don't trust people because of the many betrayals we felt. So we're going to start off with a meditation from the Oracle of the Hecatean Path. It's unity. Sacred fire. Hieros Pierre. Unity. Within each of us is a spark of soul fire, taken from the torches of Hecate and placed within us to be nurtured and empowered. She fans the flames within us, and from individual embers, we become a united inferno of power, love, and devotion. Feel that heat burning deep inside you. Fan that ember into a bright flame. Let your power shine and know you are never truly alone. All right, so as I mentioned, our main course of work has been with the concept of betrayal. So once again, from the Cries of the Oracle, or the Cries of the Soul's Oracle, the warning section for betrayal. When you feel that I am with you, when you hear my voice whispering in your ear, or screaming at you never to trust anyone, and urging you to try to find signs of deep manipulation in small details, take a break. Ask yourself, what is the root cause of your unbalanced suspicion, and what you need to create new inner serenity? Questioning someone's true intentions may sometimes be justified, but when you do it systematically, it locks you away in a dark, forbidding cell. So if we are to absorb this and resolve it and move on from it, we have to come to terms with that idea that trust is precious, but trust can be extended, and it may take time, but it's worth it. So now I'm going to update this, as we say. that one. Well, maybe I did. I'm using the Erethereal Shadowwork Tarot. And we're going to look at that question. Are we understanding that we can find ways to extend trust and to not systematically, as it was said, mistrust and be suspicious of everyone? How are we doing in this regard? Are we still stumbling? Do we have any points to consider here? It's the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands suggests that we're still at the point where we're not able to freely absorb this, mostly because we're kind of playing a martyr here. We're kind of trying to set ourselves as above this and saying this is something we can do on our own, and we don't need to work with other people or other situations, to try to resolve this. So we're not going to talk it out with people. We're not going to try to test ourselves in this idea that we are, routinely, consistently being suspicious of other people and feeling like any possibility of trust is a possibility of being betrayal. So what we have to do is realize that although we need to stand up in certain ways, we are not standing up alone. There is a network around us. There are places you can talk to. There are people like us who can help you navigate some of this. But ultimately, it is up to you to continue this work. All right. So I want to move to the next chapter here. And that chapter is called The Dark Avatar. And in the Dark Avatar, we're looking for that way that we personify ourselves to possibly shield, deflect, or archetype, personize that shadow. And we're using it in this way to kind of keep it outside of ourselves. And so it's not so much that it's like the blame. It just sort of takes the form of a semi-higher self. And it can resist the attempts to rein it in or to try to find a better expression for it. So what is this dark avatar that we use to kind of foil or put the brakes on confronting or dealing with betrayal? And this is especially, I think, when we are dealing with others, because the dark avatar is an actual persona of ourselves that we're projecting to deflect, hide, or become a surrogate for ourselves in the sense of this betrayal. And so I pulled the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is a personality of immense charisma, nobility, bravery of a sort. So as a dark avatar, we could be overcompensating for feeling like a victim by doing the opposite and acting like we're the person brave and rescuing and charging into battle. And so we're playing the part of a brave and courageous person, but on the inside, we're really hurt and betrayed. A better way of using this avatar would be to try to seek the truth, to push forward, to be blunt and brave in detailing this truth about ourselves, that we have a deep-seated fear of other people and that we are constantly afraid of betrayal. All right. So, where did I put you? There you are. Our next focus is the dark trick. And the dark trick, it's not like the dark avatar, the idea of that personality we create to be the deflection. The dark trick could be actual manipulative things we do to distract or to deceive. It's a trick. I'm going to use the Joker Tarot, and I want to find what are the ways that we are using trickery and deceit. Maybe it's to lie about being suspicious and being the victim of betrayal, or it's to keep others from confronting us about this too. It's not exactly the dark avatar. The dark avatar is really more of that persona you affect. The dark trick is your bag of tricks. I guess I'll say it that way. So what is the dark trick? It's the Eight of Wands. And it looks like a trick. They're juggling there, so there's a Joker element there. We're using diversions by creating other focuses for people to look at. And so our dark trick works with our dark avatar, that maybe the avatar we affect says, look, I'm focusing over here and I'm projecting all my energy and charm and other things towards this other thing, and I don't want you to notice the thing going on behind my back. You notice he's got two hands juggling, but somehow in some way, whoops, he still has a third arm. He's doing something else. He's doing something else. The dark trick is, in fact, using a lot of diversion and focusing on other targets to deflect from seeing what the real problems are, how we avoid people understanding we don't want to trust them by maybe making it look like somebody else is that person. A deflection. How can we resolve these things? How can we look at the avatar, look at the trick, and figure out a better way to communicate with people, or a better way to give people answers that they're looking for, or explain about ourselves? How do we face the dark horizon of these possibly disparate forces? And so that's what I call the dark horizon, the idea that there is a possible solution, or there's a possible way to bring these dark things to heal in a way, or to make them easier to communicate our real problem in betrayal. I'm using the Midnight Boulevard. The horizon indicates a liminal time, but because we are dealing with darkness, this seemed to be the right deck to use. The Midnight Boulevard. So what is that possible blend twilight point? It's the Ace of Swords. But it's reversed. The dark horizon could be accepting a bitter victory, or a not full victory, winning one part but not winning the other. So to apply this to this, it may be that we have to come down from one of these ideas, the dark horizon or the dark trick, and we have to admit what we've been doing and how we know it's affected people badly. And try to be better. I'm going to end now with one more reading. Where is it? It's from the Dark Light Oracle. A reading with an affirmation. Next week we will hopefully conclude our work with betrayal. It's possible that some of the things I talked about here don't pertain specifically to betrayal. Your dark avatar could just be some other persona situation going on that you're using to mask shadow behavior you have that you're not totally ready to integrate or focus on resolving. All right, so what does the Dark Light Oracle say? Giving us a final affirmation and thought until next week. It's Heartbreak Palace. Arrows in the heart. The statue behind me is wounded by piercing arrows and bleeds endlessly. His love is gone. His hope has died, and he feels that any kind of joy has deserted him. So here I come to remind him that red is also the color of his future love, and his penance will end. Are you in pain too? Why? What have you lost? What is breaking your heart? Do not let yourself become a suffering fool. Remember that joy and love are nearer than you think. Remember that skies will be blue after they've been gray. Follow through with your pain, But then take this arrow out of your heart and return healed to the world. Affirmation. I accept feeling this suffering to the deepest, but having done so, I stop long self-imposed penance and I come back to life and joy. And I think sometimes when we think about heartbreak, it does come from that sense of betrayal. And so a lot of this was really peeling back some of that and allowing yourself to really experience and no longer deny those emotions of betrayal. So this is Oberon, and I hope you'll watch our other shows this week. Watch our live show tomorrow night from 7 to 9 p.m. And then my emotional exchanges at 7 o'clock on Friday morning. On Saturday, we will have happy hour at 10 o'clock a.m. Join us for a positive, uplifting message. Then Sunday morning, join us for Banshee's Material Matters, a zodiac reading for all the signs indicating what the financial trends and opportunities might be. And then we'll be live again on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m., our regular live stream. So check it out, and until next time, we'll see you again.